There are a lot of qualities that make South Florida stand out from the rest. One of the most important is its cultural diversity. And now, thanks to one man and his museum, the Caribbean culture is being celebrated like never before.
Welcome to the Island Space Caribbean Museum. Come with me, join me. I want to show you what it's like to be in our space.
David Muir has done what no one else has even tried. He co-founded a museum to shine a light on a too often overlooked culture.
The people of the Caribbean have contributed so much to what exists in the world. And there's no place before this space that celebrates who we are. What you'll notice, which is really a part of what it is to be in the Caribbean, is to see color and to see culture and to see just things that are energetic and light and fun. Come on, let me take you on a journey. There's so many tidbits of information that have bombarded me now. I'm excited by history in a way I've never been excited before, and I never would have thought that this was my journey.
David's journey began in Jamaica and then moved to America when he wanted to start a family. He was a musician, a photographer, social worker, teacher, searching everywhere for his purpose, even to the Big Apple.
We moved to New York City, and that was wonderful. We did a lot of great things, had a lot of fun in New York City, but that was not South Florida. By comparison, not that I want to say South Florida is better, but to me it's way better.
And it's where his life's work began to take focus. He started a company to produce the show Taste of the Caribbean, which ran on PBS and Create TV, and he loved it. He followed it up with a companion cookbook, started a traveling exhibit exploring Caribbean culinary culture, and suddenly there was no end to what he wanted to do.
Every time I said, well, I'm going to do this, and everybody says, oh, you can't do that. I was like, oh, well, you better watch out, because I'm gonna make it happen. There's nothing that someone would say, oh, you can't do that I would ever say, oh, no, you're right. No, I'm going to say, no, I am what I am.
And most important, he found a home in South Florida, a community eager to learn, to experience, and to celebrate. It was a community where David felt safe enough to be himself and proud enough to reach out to bring people together.
Why I think, the Caribbean culture is so important is that there are so many parts of it that are common, and then yet parts that are so completely different that it shows us what it is to be human. I mean, it's really about defining how we are in relation to everyone else. That's what culture is. And it's so important to feel that and to interact with that.
He assumed it would be years, maybe a decade, before he could ever pull together plans and funding for a museum. But when the pandemic shut everything else down, that was his opportunity, again, to prove that one ordinary person can be the catalyst behind creating something extraordinary.
If you help someone genuinely without any thought for yourself, they will help you forever. If you help people unconditionally, what you get in return is just so amazing. For the most part, I just plow through the fear. Like, I have the fear, but I don't let it stop any part of what I'm going to do. But you just have to believe that you can get past what seems like that fear, that stop that's there. You can't let it stop you. You got to push past that and find solutions. And there's solutions to everything. There really are.
That's just one of a number of unusual insights he's come to understand that we can all learn from.
Every phone call I get, I say good morning. And people are like, well, it's afternoon. Where are you? And I said, listen, I'm in a different time zone. My time zone is a place called happiness. It's not East Coast, West Coast. It's not Greenwich Meridian. I have my own time zone. I'm always in the morning. I'm always on top of the world. I'm always happy. And just having that as my predefined mindset changes everyone's dynamic around me because I'm always in a good mood.
You seem, though, like a guy who feels like his best years, his most interesting adventures are yet to come.
Definitely, without question. The next 5 to 10 years are going to be crazy amazing. It's just going to be so much fun because I haven't had a worse year yet. Like, it just keeps getting better. I never in a thousand years would have thought that doing a book on my culture and my country, telling my story through images of what my culture is like, that I would end up being invited to speak at Notre Dame University on culture. I would never have dreamt that. I just feel as though when you have purpose, that purpose leads you to greater purposes and they multiply. So it's been really great. Age is something I celebrate. I am happy to be wiser. I'm happy to have more experiences. The next 10 to 20, that feels like it should be pretty awesome. It should be good.